welcome to day 20 of Vlogmas. I'm here with my girlfriend Mia.
I'm driving.
She's driving. It's going to be kind of a different vlog than normal. I don't even know if I'm really going to edit this, but I just have to go off because we just got done seeing Star Wars.
So good! So good!
I am going to do spoilers, but I'm not going to do spoilers until a certain part, so I will tell you when I've started doing spoilers. You don't have to worry until I say it. My non-spoilery thing, but just opinion thing, is it was amazing. I'm like, literally someone walked past me as the movie ended and just said, I'm completely satisfied with that. And that's exactly how I feel. I feel very, very satisfied and very inspired and very moved. It was great. Everything I was worried about did not come to be. So I freaking loved it. It was amazing.
Yeah, no Jar Jar Binks. I was happy.
That's a huge spoiler. I will warn people for like sensory issues, because like I have really severe sensory issues with light, photosensitive. I don't have seizures, but I get sensory meltdowns and really, really bad panic attacks from it. Like any flashing lights or strobe lights, sometimes I can handle them, sometimes I can't. Depends on the pattern and how intense they are. And this movie, I know Disney's put out a warning, but like normally I can find like what scenes they are, what times they start in the movie. I couldn't find anything about that for this.
Well, yeah, just because it's basically the whole movie.
It's not like the whole movie, it's just major parts. There are, okay, randomly like throughout the movie, for some reason the lightsabers, the contrast was really up for, and they were really close to the screen, so even the lightsaber fights were a little hard for me. It may have just been because I was so sensitive because of the other things, but that did seem to be rough. But in the prologue, like, you'll get an idea how well you can handle it. Basically, like, without giving spoilers, but the minute you start seeing like lightning flashes in the background, prep to close your eyes or to be testing and see if you can handle it. I would recommend just like closing your eyes to that part of listening. And then when that happens again later in the movie, when you see lightning flashes, same thing, only this lasts for like, God, 20 minutes, 25 minutes?
A solid half hour in my opinion.
Yeah, I literally...
Because even the battle is very contrast, very bright explosions and darkness.
That figures, and it's very like coming and going. So I literally, like, because it was so bad in the prologue, I just sat in like the entrance hallway into the theater so I could hear what was happening, but I couldn't see anything, and like the light was all blocked. I would kind of like peek around every now and then to try to see part of a scene, because at least I wasn't seeing the full screen, so it made it a little easier to tolerate. But it was really, really rough. But other than that, everything else was pretty subtle, like a little jarring, but yeah, so, but I can't handle not going into spoilers for that long, so now it's time to go into spoilers.
Spoiler time! Spoiler time!
I really love that the movie ended up basically not only being about like choice for who you are, and a very much like, you know, Dumbledore, Harry Potter thing, but that it was about family choice too, pretty much. Like Rey chose her family. She chose who was her parents and her guiding and her mentor and who she bonded with. That's very much how I took like the last line, was she was choosing to be a Skywalker even if she wasn't born one.
I took that as her basically deciding to marry Ben.
I didn't take it that way, because what spurred it was seeing Luke and Leia, and they both were the people who trained her, so I think they were like her parental figures.
Yeah, I could see that.
I could see, I think Ben ties into it. Yeah, I really loved that the movie was really about, like, to me it felt like it was very much about like family choice and choosing your friends and doing things together and deciding who you are. And everyone in the movie who's a hero was a bad person previously, or at least not a good person.
Right, it's very much a redemption story.
Yeah, for every single person. Like, every person was a bad person that became good. Other than like Leia and a few people like that, but like Lando did horrible things, and Han Solo, who I did not know was going to be in this.
Yeah, you know, Lando turned over his friends.
Yeah, exactly. Lando turned over his friends. Han did terrible things. Like, I mean, I don't really feel like Rey's terrible for being a scavenger, but it's definitely very clear, like in this movie, that that's a looked down upon
thing. Well, she also like used dark side of the Force powers.
Yeah, exactly.
So, like,
but that almost felt like
uncontrolled.
Yeah, no, she was very much teetering the whole time. But I love that that's like what the message is leaving with. I think that's so fitting for Star Wars.
That and the political over arc, which was basically, you know, there's more of us than there are of them, that whole concept.
No, and there was a lot about Carrie Fisher in this too. I think the way they handled her death was beautiful. It didn't feel forced, or like it was like, oh crap, we ran out of footage of her, what can we do? It felt like it was what they meant.
There were pretty obvious where they were using like a double's head, you know, and stuff like that, like showing from behind and stuff, so just some reverse shots and things like that.
But it really wasn't too bad.
No,
it felt very
offensive.
natural.
That was the biggest thing I was worried about.
And I wasn't like looking for things, so I didn't even really notice anything.
Oh right, it's Friday. We're gonna have some traffic.
I know, and I gotta get home and take my meds.
This is my normal route home.
Yeah. No, so it was really beautiful. The acting was really, really beautiful. Like, I was very happy with the writing. I was very happy with the direction. It felt like a Star Wars movie. And I have been a Reylo shipper pretty much the whole time. I've never felt so validated in my entire life.
What I had with them was that there was a power dynamic that made me very uncomfortable.
Yeah, but like in which direction? Because Rey was so like incredibly powerful with the Force, and there was also that.
But like he had the training and all that. I don't know.
Yeah, but she like didn't need it. I was a big Reylo fan, and I didn't know if I wanted him to go good, even though I didn't like falling into the trope of like.
I wanted her to go bad.
Well, that's what I was just about to say. Like, I didn't like the idea of the trope of like, oh, a good like it's worth it. You can change him basically. But I like that she like kind of gave up on him in this movie, and then he changed. Like she was like, you know, I wanted to take Ben's hand, and then she leaves him, which I think is different than the typical.
Him and killing him and then healing him. Like, what a weird message.
But it's like, it's very different from the typical trope, which would be like, you love me now, so now I'm a good person. Like, he's always wanted to be a good person, and he's realized like he's lost this person because he wasn't the good person he could have been. And I love that. So I was torn between like him going good, as long as they didn't make it tropey, which they didn't, and her going bad. But I also really liked her being a role model, so I didn't fully want her to go bad. So I was really torn to do. I think this was a really good mix where she basically found out she was destined to be bad, and then turned her back on it, and she did change him, but not actively. So
I really liked the showcase of the Force. Like, I liked
that was crazy.
That like they basically were like, yeah, Jedi and Sith can do crazy things if they're willing to die.
And again, it felt very natural. Yeah. Like, it didn't feel like, oh, let's do something huge I wasn't done before.
Unlike the scene where Leia pulled herself back in the ship, where we're
just like,
where is this coming from?
I honestly didn't mind that scene.
No, I didn't either, and I think it makes perfect sense. It just felt very stark. It was like, where is this coming from? And this just, like you said, felt very natural.
The other one felt natural to me too, more shocking just because we like thought she was dead.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And then like we see that she made a lightsaber, and I'm like, okay, real Jedi.
Yeah, no.
Just chooses not to do anything more than like teach, which is a valid role for a Jedi to have.
Yeah, no. But exactly, she was kind of this like mentor, which I think works well for her. She was probably done with fighting, you know, she lost her entire planet.
And it ties in with her like parental kind of thing that she has with Rey.
Yeah, exactly, which really works well. So I was very happy and then very sad, but I also very few things I love more than like that good, evil, dreary love than a really tragic love, and this was both. So,
and I really loved that the writing wasn't so on the nose that like we really didn't know what would happen.
No, I did not know either, and it sucked because, like I said, the like climactic scene of having to sit in the hallway just listen, and so much of that was visual that I was not sure what was happening. I didn't know if like she was going evil. I didn't know what was happening, and I hated not being able to watch that.
In the expanded universe, we did have the concept of the Emperor being cloned and being like the actual nexus of the dark side of the Force and all that. Like, that's not a new concept. I don't know if I love the way that they did it.
What do you not like about it?
I feel like anytime you create the ultimate evil in someone, it just kind of undoes what made the evil person special, you know? Like, we basically got Snoke as a throwaway. They're like, yeah, he's a clone, whatever.
I feel like we kind of knew Snoke was going to be a throwaway, so easily he died.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know. I feel like now we're going to just constantly have Emperor clones for the rest of, you know, eternity.
I think we're not going to because of Rey. Like, I think that's what that was.
Place, so
she destroyed the place. Like, I think she's stopping that whole cycle. That's definitely the feeling I got, and that's why I was okay with it, because I felt like to end the Skywalker saga, you had to go back to the beginning to fully do that.
Right, and the Skywalker saga was started with the Emperor.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and actually Darth Plagueis conceiving Anakin. So, like, that whole family was created by the Palpatines, basically.
Yeah. No, and then she was to continue on and kind of do, like, the emotional cloning, but with the good side, the light side. So, I don't know. I really like it. I hope people are not going to be jerks about it. I thought it was great.
They already are.
I know.
Like, every thread I saw on Reddit last night, because I was scrolling through, and it's just like, no spoiler tags whatsoever, no hiding of the titles. And they're like, wow, this movie sucked. And I was like, whoa!
I honestly don't trust, like, Redditors' opinions on this anymore, because
Reddit's just
Jedi was
good. I don't know what they watched.
Well, Reddit just become such a sexist website. Like, it always was bad about it, but it's become so horrible. I don't even really go on there anymore. Yeah, no, I am kind of upset because I feel like Rose wasn't in this very much, and I do really worry that was reactionary, because it's never even addressed how her and Finn feel about each other now. Like we get her kissing him, and then all of a sudden he's like acting like she's any other person, just like patting her on the shoulder, like, oh, good job. Yeah, and I really feel like that was reactionary.
Like his employee or something.
Yeah. We don't get any closure on them, and I was really expecting that. I was really wanting that.
I think they pulled a Jar Jar. I think they just cut that off.
No, and it's probably for her sake, partly, because she was so attached.
Exactly. She got
it's
so
horrible.
much vitriol.
It's really, really horrible. No, so that was the only thing that, like, took me out of the movie for a minute, disappointed me. So I was really happy to see her, period, because I was kind of worried she wasn't going to be in. I didn't look up, like, anything about this.
I was happy for some LGBT representation,
yes.
specifically Elle. That was nice.
That was nice. I am frustrated. It's always just like background characters, but I'm glad it was there. You know what I mean?
I'd rather have it than not.
Yeah, agreed.
Even considering the reaction that has been occurring online, because of course people are like, oh,
yeah,
whatever. I'm happy to have some representation.
I'm also mad that got spoiled for me, so I'm not gonna lie. My very first thought was Finn and Poe, and I was really excited.
I got spoiled, right? I got spoiled by the double lightsaber scene, and I was like, oh.
I also really like Rey's lightsaber.
Yeah, no, I dig it.
I like this, like that golden candlelight. It's my light. I always like that you're not into that, like warm golden light. And I was like, oh, I love this. I love it. I love it a lot.
It's grown on me a lot since I've grown into myself. I used to be in very cold industrial kind of lighting.
Yeah.
Now, like, it's growing on me mostly because you forced it on me.
Probably just getting so used to it now, but. No, I love this movie. I mean, I've liked all of them. I really love Force Awakens. I thought Last Jedi was great. I preferred Force Awakens, but I also prefer A New Hope to Empire Strikes Back, so I think that's just like...
Right, I feel like the middle movies have a necessary problem of, like, you're not going to get the resolution that you want.
Yeah, well, and then I'm very into, like, atmosphere and immersive setting, and I feel like A New Hope has that, Force Awakens has that, and even, like, you know, Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring, I really love for that reason too. Like, obviously I love Two Towers, but my favorites are, like, I love Return of the King because of the climax, and I love Fellowship for, like, cozy, like, immersive atmospheric, and I feel the same about these. This almost felt as tight to me as, like, A New Hope or something. It felt very tight. Like, it didn't really have, like, a casino scene where it, like, drags, which I don't mind the casino scene was there. Those are in, like, the original trilogy, too.
Atmospheric. Like, that's all the Cloud City is.
No, that's part of Star Wars. It's always something. It's just that, you know, we grew up with the other.
Did I really just say atmospheric Cloud City?
Yes, you did. But,
I swear I don't do this on purpose.
No, but, yeah, so I loved both those, so, you know, take my opinion with a grain of salt if you do not like either one of the movies, but I've liked both, and I'm not, like...
Really? Grain of salt? Great.
And I'm not very, soft on these movies either. I'm really hard on them and had really high expectations and was gonna be very easily let down. So it's like I went in being like, oh, I'll just love it, like whatever. Like I'm very hard on them. I just don't have the issues that a lot of other people did.
I want to talk about the technology for a second because they've miniaturized the technology for destroying a planet to the scale of a fairly large Star Destroyer.
Yeah.
I'm like, ooh, that's like ultra portable because the Death Star can move, but like this is next level mobility. Like they can just fly it anywhere and destroy anything.
I didn't get to see it much because it was strobe lights.
Well, the point
so
is
that's
they have
interesting to know.
miniaturized the technology of the Death Star to fit on a Star Destroyer.
That's really scary.
Yeah, I'm like, ooh, I don't know what this means for that universe. Like
terrifying things.
Yeah, you know, and I kind of liked it when they had the moon and everything, where they could destroy multiple planets and stuff, because it was like, oh, well, that makes sense. It's Star Wars. You're using a star, you know.
I also liked who the spy was, what his motivation was.
Oh,
it was so Slytherin. I kind of loved it.
Yeah, no,
it was very petty.
Perfect sense.
It was so petty, and I loved it. I really loved it. Well, I was happy too because I love that actor. He's just so much fun. So
I also really love that. I also really love that the First Order wasn't stupid.
Yeah.
Like they had that person that was like, yeah, there's our spy. No crap.
Right? No, they're just like, this is freaking obvious.
The other piece of technology I want to talk about is this hyperspace jumping thing that they were doing, where they like hop into different planets and stuff like very quickly.
Yeah.
I do not like the implications of that at all, because it means they can just like go anywhere in an instant. It's the Star Trek Discovery problem, where it's like if you can teleport anywhere quickly. I assume they were along some flight path or whatever, but like,
the bogus now. It
problem
makes sense that
like,
this would be the next thing.
Right, and the Sith homeworld, but no one knows how to find it, and apparently need like special mapping devices and navigation tools to get there. Like that kind of makes sense. Like you could hide that there.
I think that makes a lot of sense because I think there would absolutely be. They'd know that was the problem. Is people know it's going to build. People can spy on it. Like, and then it's too hard to move around. So I think they literally. I think that's part of it.
Exactly, they overcame their arrogance because that was the problem from the outset of A New Hope, where they were like, no, there's the Force, and like the Force doesn't want us to do this.
Exactly.
So we're gonna have some trouble.
They had to find a way around it.
People are driving like stupid today.
People are driving like stupid. No, I loved it. I'm very happy. I literally cried the minute.
Oh yeah.
The minute, like a long time ago, came on, I started crying.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Dirk Reylo because you were sobbing.
I really ship Reylo, okay? And when it was happening, I'm like, did I dream this? Am I making this up? He looked so happy right before he died. And thank God, it's the first time in my life I've ever watched Adam Driver in something without seeing his character from Girls. Because his character from Girls made me like unable to see him as actually threatening and anything but like pathetic. In the Star Wars movies, he was great. But I kept thinking he was like this like pathetic non-threat because he's so gross and creepy and pathetic, but in this really like weak real world way in Girls. And I was just like, it was hard not to hear those lines, which I'm not going to repeat now because I'll have to like censor the channel. It's very, very triggering and gross the stuff he says on that show. So it was really hard to like separate that character because that was the only thing I'd seen him in, and I'd seen it fairly recently. So I'm just like, I'm just seeing this character and imagine you saying these things, I can't take you seriously. And in this movie I never thought of Girls. So that made me feel so much better. I think I finally broken past like seeing Adam Driver as his character from Girls, and I'm just gonna see him as like Kylo Ren and now an actor. So that makes me feel much better because I could not shake that character for some reason. Like that character like bothered me so much, and it's a great character. Like I thought it was a really interesting character, but it's one that like personally really disturbed me, so it stayed in my head and I could not shake it. It's the same reason I refuse to watch Saw, because I refuse to watch Carrie Elways in that movie because I know I'm going to associate him with that, so I won't be able to shake it, and he has to be Wesley to me, first and foremost. I can see him in other things, like, you know, he's Robin Hood and stuff too, but, so same thing. So I'm very happy that Adam Driver is now Adam Driver and no longer is Girls.
I agree.
Makes me very happy.
Matured a lot.
I couldn't tell how much was that and how much was me just finally getting used to him, like, not being on that show. Because that, it was very hard to, like, take it seriously. I'm like, really? He was a villain?
I feel like his quiet moments were more impactful in this movie than they had been previously, because I feel like in the previous movies he was very, like, he had that problem that I often see in acting where it's like, being loud means I'm acting, you know?
Well, and I think he also had the issue with the first movie where it's part of the character. Like, he's not letting himself feel things. Yeah, and he's intentionally burying all his feelings. And then he explodes, so he's burying all the subtleties. Like, you see more and more of it grow out of him because he's acknowledging more and more of it. So I think, like, it makes sense when he acted it, you know? Because at first he was like, burying, I'm fine, and then he'd explode. And this one, he wasn't exploding. He was, like, actually acknowledging the subtleties, actually giving into what he actually felt. So I think that was really cool.
I agree. Like, the character became more nuanced as his, like, philosophy became more nuanced.
No, it's really cool. And as he, like, allowed himself to be forgiven for some things, like, not allow himself to be forgiven, you know. Oh, it's really interesting. No, so I love the movie. I'm probably going to be talking about it for a while. So we're almost home. So I'm going to go and shut this off, and then when I get home, I'm going to open up my Harry Potter Advent calendar. And that'll be it for today.
And then we'll be watching a bunch of Harry Potter movies. No, sorry. And then we'll be watching a bunch of Christmas movies and editing until we fall asleep.
Well, I hope they won't have to edit too much. That was like my goal here, was not to edit too much because I'm not feeling super great for the medication. So, whee!
I'll be editing for at least 2 hours. I'm really happy that you were actually able to do this on new meds and everything. I think you've made a lot of progress. I think you need to acknowledge this as a victory.
I think I'll acknowledge it as a victory after I've like actually made it home and eaten and taken my next dose. Because right now I'm kind of like still very out of it. Alright, see you soon, my Harry Potter calendar. Alright, back home. So time to open my Harry Potter Advent calendar. There are way too few days left. I don't like this, even though I think most of the stuff is Slytherin now. Day 20. Oh, it is another empty day. So that's disappointing. I'm really hoping stuff has just moved around and there aren't empty ones. Now I'm starting to worry that there's just some that don't have anything in here, but I guess we'll find out. So, yep, that is it for day 20 of Vlogmas. We'll be back tomorrow with another theme video, assuming I'm feeling well enough, which hopefully I will be. And until then, be merry, be happy, and have a great night.